seated.
Welcome Shabbat for the second to last time in the year 5786. And we would like to invite forward the entire community who feels ambulatory enough to stand around this table to join us as we kindle lights for Shabbat. And we'd like to ask if anyone has a special occasion coming up before the new year. Birthday, anniversary, some occasion for which you might be lighting candles anyway. Joni, what is it? Joan?
I'm lighting candles, but next weekend is my 40th wedding anniversary.
Perfect. So, yes? Sandy and Mark, Joan and Mike, would you take a space here to help us kindle lights for Shabbat, and everybody else can come and join around the table. Joan, come forward here. If you hold this candle, I'll bring the other one to Sandy. Yep. Okay. And we can join together as Bree offers a little bit of sweetness that you can hold on to when we make Kiddush. Join in saying the bracha over the lighting of Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
So to all who are celebrating occasions where the words ani lidodi vidodi li certainly do justice to a love that flows over 40 and 50 years, may you know many more years of happy partnership. May the days ahead be filled with memories that remind you why you first said those words long ago, and we'll keep saying them for a long time to come. We'll lift up our cups and join together in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron le'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta Mikohamim V'Shabbat Kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim.
Chaim. Invite you all to return to your seats. You can leave your
Yeah, anywhere on the table.
wine cups right up here. Ani ledodi vedodi li. Ani ledodi vedodi li. Ani ledodi vedodi li. Ani ledodi vedodi li. So this is a season of introspection in the Jewish tradition, but actually our Jewish tradition provides us that opportunity for introspection and that opportunity for reflection each Friday night as we welcome Shabbat. And that part of our service is called Kabbalat Shabbat, which literally means welcoming Shabbat. There are 6 psalms that are part of Kabbalat Shabbat, and they're meant to represent each of the 6 days of the week leading up to Shabbat. It's an opportunity for us to think about what from the week that has passed we'd like to hold on to as we move into the Shabbat, and what from this past week we might want to let go of as we settle into 24 hours of rest and of renewal. And we'll begin our Kabbalat Shabbat prayers actually on the screen. And sing the words of Lechu Neranana together. Lechu Neranana l'Adonai, Nariah letzur Ishenu, Nekat mafanav betoda, Bizmirot Nariah lo. Lechu Neranena, Yai Lai 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 Lai, L'Adonai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, L'Ariyah, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Letzur Ishenu, Yai Lai 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 Lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lechu Neranena, Yai Lai 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 Lai, L'Adonai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, L'Ariyah, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Letzur Ishenu, Yai Lai 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 Lai.
For all of the wonder and all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechu Neranena,
Yai Lai 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 Lai, L'Adonai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Na'ariyah, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Letzur
Dodi, my beloved, comes up a lot in Jewish tradition, not only in Elul, not only on a ketubah, but also every time we welcome the Sabbath. Lecha Dodi, come in, my beloved, so that we can welcome Shabbat together. 138.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Shamor v'zachor b'ribur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad ushmo echad, l'shem ultiferet velitila.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Hitoreri, kiva ore, kumi ori, ori, shir daberi, kivod Adonai, alayich nigla.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
Boy v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvetzola, toch emunei am segula, bo ichala.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
146.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv harabim bechokma poteach she'arim. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim.
152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We'll continue at the top of 158, Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה כיפת אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מהר חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen.
So Danny, my husband, and I have spent the past few days thinking about how we each might offer a little tribute in honor of Dolly Parton at our Shabbat services. And yes, these are really the things we discuss together at home. Danny worked out a pretty cool Lecha Dodi set to the tune of Jolene, and I will be checking that out on Kol Ami's live stream after our service to hear it. I suggest you do the same. But I found myself drawn to a song of Dolly's that I actually hadn't encountered during her lifetime, a song that felt very Jewish to me, called Light of a Clear Blue Morning. In their obituary, the New York Times wrote of Dolly Parton's music, her songs spoke to millions, confronting loss even as they radiated possibility and hope. That describes this song perfectly, and to me, it perfectly also captures the message of our Hashkivenu prayer. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Lay us down in peace, our God, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. It's been a long, dark night, and I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight, but I see a brand new day a-dawning. I've been looking for the sunshine. You know, I ain't seen it in so long, and everything's gonna work out just fine, and everything's gonna be alright. That's been all wrong. 'Cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Oh, and everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Oh, and everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
Please rise.
Open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'konei hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, לכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
You're invited to continue silently, standing or seated at your own pace in your own language.
Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh. Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh.
Shivti beveit Adonai kol yemei chayai lachazot beno am Adonai ulevaker beichalo lachazot beno am Adonai ulevaker beichalo.
Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh. Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh. Shivti beveit Adonai kol yemei chayai lachazot beno am Adonai ulevaker beichalo lachazot beno am Adonai ulevaker beichalo.
Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh. Achat shalti meit Adonai otavakesh.
I'm delighted now to introduce tonight's darshan, Phil Fisherman. Many of you have come to know and love Phil over the past 3 years as our cantorial intern. Phil is a native of New Brunswick, New Jersey, and is a graduate of the Hart School of Music at the University of Hartford. He began his career teaching music in a public school setting before beginning his path to the cantorate. He is now a 5th-year cantorial student at the Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music of the Hebrew Union College, which means that he will be ordained as a cantor this coming May. Phil is highly respected within our broader reform movement as an up-and-coming leader. Among other prestigious roles, Phil is currently the student representative to the board of the American Conference of Cantors and recently returned from some time in Cincinnati, helping to lead worship for new rabbinical students of the Hebrew Union College. And it is my honor now to invite Phil to share with us some words of Torah.
It's a whole new role for me. One of my favorite classes that I've taken so far in cantorial school was called Shabbat Integrative Seminar. This class incorporated many elements of our Shabbat liturgy and prayer, the traditional melodies, which we also call nusach, the history of how the liturgy came together, and contemporary musical repertoire. I was excited to sink my teeth into everything and do the work at a very rapid pace. In order to learn nusach, we read the sheet music, memorize it, and chant from the siddur. Over the years, I had developed the musical skills that made it easier to complete the assignments. I thought, just do the work and check it off my list. Yet there's one thing that my teacher, Cantor Benji Ellen Schiller, advised the class. She told us to approach each assignment with a beginner's mindset. Begrudgingly, I took her advice, followed her steps for the assignments, and turned in my recordings. At first, it was a dreadfully slow process, but over time, I started to sense improvement. Not only did I learn the material faster, but I maintained a stronger memory from prior assignments. We take new stock classes every year in the program. Approaching these recordings with a beginner's mindset formed the building blocks of future recording assignments in the subsequent years. I drew a similar teaching from this week's Parsha, Ki Tavo. In Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 9, Moses and the Levites have a message for the people. Silence, hear, O Israel. Today you have become the people of the eternal our God. But why today? The people have been wandering for 40 years, and they became the people of the eternal our God on this day? Aren't we near the conclusion of the annual cycle of reading the Torah? The passage continues. Heed the eternal our God and observe the commandments and laws that I enjoin upon you this day. Again, many of these laws were received over the Israelite saga to the Holy Land. Why does our text draw emphasis on this day? I needed to look a little bit deeper. Rashi, an 11th century commentator on Torah, was also drawn to this passage. His answer, on each day it should appear to you as though it were today that you have entered the covenant with God. In other words, when we wake up each morning, we should act as though we need to enter a new relationship with God and as though we've never performed the mitzvot. No matter how long we've prayed and practiced as Jews, according to Rashi, we need to approach each day with a beginner's mindset. On the one hand, it's easy to see how this mentality works. But what happens when we choose to ignore these steps? My mind instantly turns to the boost in gym memberships that occur at the beginning of every new year. Exercise is the most popular New Year's resolution goal, and the gyms are aware of it. Planet Fitness sponsors the New Year's Eve ball drop in New York every year, and regulars at their local gyms see the sudden spike in membership for the first few weeks. But over time, those numbers decrease. When the sense of newness wears off and the beginner's mindset is lost, it is easy to quit. We may not be nearing the days of New Year's resolutions quite yet, but we are approaching Rosh Hashanah, a new year of its own right. Between then and Yom Kippur, we will enter Teshuvah to seek forgiveness of others for our misdeeds. The question I'm asking, why not seek forgiveness now? Why wait for a specific stretch of time on the calendar to make amends? Every day is a new day, so maybe now is the time to apologize, move forward, and then start a new beginning with the relationships that mean so much to us. So how do we begin the process of forgiveness? In my opinion, we need to review and develop something that we've been taught to do at a very early age, giving a proper apology. And if you think that this is a common sense skill, the following comes from none other than the Harvard Medical School Journal. The late Dr. Aaron Lazar teaches that there are 4 elements needed for a successful apology. 1, acknowledging the offense. What is the reason for the apology in the first place? If you can't name the problem, how can you make the amends? 2, explain what happened. Many of us don't intend to hurt others, and yet we do. Refrain from making excuses and explain from your point of view what led to the problem. 3, express remorse. If you feel ashamed, let the other person know. Expressing how we feel about the situation is important to maintaining and growing our relationships in the same way as the explanation is. 4, offer to make amends. What do we need to do to repair and improve our relationships? Is it a monetary repair? Is it an act of kindness? Only you and the other person can determine how amends are made. In the lead up to this Rosh Hashanah, let's take this moment to step back, reflect on the year that has passed, and acknowledge where we fell short with others. May the process of Teshuvah lead to repair so that the apples and honey taste even sweeter during Tishrei. Finally, may we seek humility to notice when we don't know as much as we think we do. And let us never be afraid to return to a beginner's mindset. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Phil. These words renew us unto the season and its innermost meaning, and the awareness that the new year isn't just something that happens to us, it's a summons, it's an invitation for us to show up as the selves we want to be in 5787. Some of that includes acknowledging all of the brokenness in our world and allowing those people who may not be able to make the journey in fullness of body or strength of spirit to travel with us into the new year. Many of us are holding in our hearts the images and names of loved ones who have struggled with illness and who yearn for healing. Let our love tonight renew them unto health and strength so that they can join us as we greet the year to come. We'd like to allow anyone in the congregation who is thinking of a dear one for Misha Berach, prayer of healing, to say that name as my eyes pass across the congregation. And we'll also share a few names on behalf of our entire WRT community. We also think of Victor and Susan Shedlin, Jeffrey Millman, Stanley Portnow, Naomi Bat Esther, Tim Sharp, Amy Travis, Elizabeth Schoenfeld, Avram Noach ben Chava, Stephen Gilberg, Dov Chaim ben Chana, and Avram ben Masha. And all the names that we're pronouncing quietly as well, page 371. We rise for Aleinu, page 586.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, vanachnu korim, ומשחבים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
I loved Dolly Parton and her music. I feel very lucky that I got to see her perform at Forest Hill Stadium a few years ago in Queens. And of course, the showstopper of the evening was, just like every other Dolly Parton song, a moment where you felt that you were hearing a person who was incapable of saying anything or singing a line that was not true. Plain spoken, clear and clean in both melody and word. I will always love you. We echo those words now as we think of our dear ones who died at this time of year, in years gone by, and those taken from our midst recently. Before we say Kaddish, we'd like to acknowledge our mourners in the following order. If you've laid to rest your loved one in the last 7 days, would you please rise? Anyone within Shiloshim, first 30 days of remembrance for a loved one, please rise. If you're within a first year of having laid to rest your loved one, would you please rise? And if you're observing a yahrzeit tonight, would you please rise? And we'll invite all to stand together in sympathy and in fellowship as we recall those taken recently: Renee Bass, mother of Bradley Bass; Louise Schulman, mother of Karen Stolzenberg and Ellen Judson; Jennifer Landsberg, niece of Ruth and Andrew Sussman; Charlotte Cove, mother of Barry Fry; Peggy Grassheim, mother of Andy Grassheim; Edward Legum, father of Blaine Levinson; and Julian Hames, mother of Stacy Zoland. We also recall on their Yahrzeit Celia Adler, Walter Adler, Morris Allen, Abel Austin, Sylvia Bard Pike, Erwin Binniter, Maurice Bittner, Susan Blumstein, Shirley Brenner, Mary Breyer, Leonard Burkett, Milton Carmosin, Lena Cohen, Juliet Schmitz-Dayan, Leonard Feiner, Lillian Turek, Rose Feldman, George Fishman, Judith Fox, Claire Freeman, Abraham Gabor, Harold Gabor, Richard Gabor, Roslyn Gabor, Doris Garfin, Seymour Gaynor, Samuel L. Goldberg, Donald Goldstein, Edith Goller, Marcia Goodfarb, Nancy Harris, Charles Hatton, Sherry Hennig, Maurice Norman Katz, Anna Kern, Rudolph Koenig, Pacey Laves, Patricia Lazarus, Morgan Miller, Joseph Leff, Aaron Levitt, Joseph Lieberman, Mary Mayer, Murray Miller, Wendy Sussman, Philip J. Miller, Lily Plout, Rita T. Raymond, Nelson Salzman, Eve Schwartz, Martin Simon, Vera Simon, Roberta Sloat, Abby Smith, Roy Stevens, Benjamin Zalesnik, and Sam Ziegelbaum. If you have names to add to our commemoration, or if I have inadvertently mispronounced your loved one's name, please offer those names at this time. Tehi zichronam baruch, let their memories abide for blessing. We'll offer the mourners Kaddish together, 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol be Israel, ba'gala uv'yizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam alamei amaya, Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemed kudusha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom araba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav huyaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav huyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru imru amen.
Here you are. Thank you. Thanks.
Shabbat Shalom. First, let me thank Mike Rahimi for greeting us and handing out all the Sidurim so well. Thank you. always a pleasure to have you there. And tomorrow morning, Torah study, 9 a.m., a beautiful service, a little brunch, and then a little study, a good study. Coming up, I want to remind everyone about September 5th at 7 p.m. here, Slichot service. In addition to changing our Torah mantles to white, we will have the Tony Award winner Ariel Stachel there. He'll be performing his show Other. Now, you may remember him from the band's Visit, or you may not. But he will be here, and I hope you'll all enjoy it. The other thing I want to bring to your attention is that there's an all-new J-Shop. It's a grand reopening, and it'll pop out, and the grand reopening will be on September 10th at 11 a.m. It's really something. You can see what's in the windows already. It's really exciting to see it come alive anew. Now, I want to remind you all about the Yom Kippur food drive, September 13th to the 23rd. Bring bags of groceries, please. We want to raise as much as we can and donate as much as we can. And if you haven't already signed up for tickets for High Holidays, please do so. It's all coming together. The website is good. Hopefully you've all done it already. But if you haven't, do it now. Thanks. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And I'd like to highlight one more thing coming up a little later on in our calendar, as if we could think past Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, there is a special event taking place over Sukkot that you'll be seeing in your e-blast over the coming week with an RSVP link, and that is a Sukkot Under the Stars musical program featuring the Oren Nyman Trio. You may know Oren Nyman, the guitarist, who we see often here at WRT, and he has a wonderful trio that includes a bass player named Daniel Ori and percussionist Nadav Sneer-Zelniker, who is a very long-time cherished presence here at WRT, and they have a very special jazz trio that features really interesting interpretations of Israeli music, and so we'll be doing in the middle of the Sukkot festival, an outdoor concert, hopefully near the sukkah, probably under the tent, in honor of the holiday. And so stay tuned, watch your e-blast for that as well, and we hope you'll join us.
Next week, Friday services for Labor Day will be back in the sanctuary. Will be the last Shabbat of 5786, but the first Shabbat of the cycle of services in the sanctuary. And our speaker will be Emma Aronson, who is entering her third year of cantorial studies and is our cantorial intern Shani, number 2. So she will be together with our whole team throughout the High Holy Days, but please join her next week and extend a warm welcome to her new WRT community. Rabbi Platkow is hiding among the Jews tonight with her family, and it's so nice to see you there, but would you come up and help us make motzi and invite the congregation to rise together? You're welcome.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
I know, but it was like.
Thank you for noticing.
It was like listening to the choir. It was all on your piano. And then you were doing the sort of rumba of the Lefado.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. I was like, I was too.
There you
It's all
go.
happening, yeah.
Good.
But your singing was good too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
quite ridiculous.
Quite ridiculous.
Quite ridiculous. Such a, I mean, anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. She's easy to work with. Every shot, you knock it out of the park. Good for you, man. Thank you. Good for you. I really appreciate it very much. You are appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.